Are you a barber or shop owner and you're wondering what the hell am I going to do during this lockdown? How am I going to make money to feed my family? Or as a shop owner, how are you going to be able to bring some extra income for your barbers and just to keep your staff going throughout this difficult time? My name is Mike Joseph, founder of VisualMedia Marketing, the #1 advertising agency for barbershops. And what we did was we kind of went back, you looked at every advertising campaign we've ever ran. We've consulted with other barbershops and figuring out what's the best practices to bring in extra income throughout this down period. So I got a short list here. I'm going to go over 3. I'll probably do a video that goes over a few others once they're proven, right? Because some of them are just ideas that haven't been proven yet, and I want to make sure anything I tell you is something that I myself have tested for our clients and that works. So to begin, let's start with #1. And #1 is offering some type of gift card or online coupons that people can purchase now and get their service later for when you guys are allowed to reopen. For example, I would run, you can either run this as an ad or just an email blast to your customer list, or send a text message notification to all your clients, your previous clients, or just even post this on Facebook or Instagram. What you want to do is say, hey, claim this online voucher, you get 10% off, or cards, $35 service. Hey, if you buy this, it's going to be a 10% off. Even if it's around 30 bucks or whatever it is, you're still bringing extra income now to feed you and your families now, right? Because all these strategies I'm talking about is how we can get money now into your pockets so we can make it for the next couple of weeks. So again, offering gift cards is a great way to bring in new revenue for your shop, as well. If you're a shop owner, if you're trying to bring in more extra income just so you can be able to pay out your barbers or cover the overhead, this is what you want to do. And then they'll be able to redeem these gift cards once you guys are allowed to reopen. The next strategy that we've seen that's been working well with a lot of people across the industry is we call it an ask campaign. It's really in layman's terms, it's really asking for donations to support your barbershop as a small business. So we've seen some accounts, what they'll do is they go and create a GoFundMe. Some people are requesting via Cash App or Venmo, whatever makes most sense for your barbershop and your brand. We see that this strategy works very well if you have been if you have been very involved in the community, right? If you're a barbershop that's sponsored sports teams in the school district, or you've done donations yourself, you partnered with food drives, things like that, things that really if you're a community based barbershop, if you're very much about the community, usually in times like this, your community will give back to you, right? It's almost like it's good karma in a sense. And what we see, it definitely helps. Again, we just need to bring in revenue now, and then we'll be able to make a lot of this deficit when we're allowed to reopen. These are just strategies to help you guys get over the hump of these next 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, run a donation campaign or a GoFundMe campaign. And #3, and I guess you can kind of split it into 2 parts. I would say selling online products and selling online merchandise. Right? When it comes to products, beard oils, pomades, any type of hair product, I think the best way to sell something like this, especially to your community, is maybe reaching out to a few locals in your community or in your city that have some influence, that have a big following, and offering them a free sample in order for them to put it in front of their audience. And then and you can work out a deal. So if you're not familiar with how influencer marketing works, I'll probably do a separate video on that I'll link here once it's created. But the way influencer marketing works is that there's no real price on influencer marketing. It's still very new, meaning some people will charge 20 bucks for you to advertise on their Instagram. Some people will charge you thousands of dollars. Obviously, if you're on a Kardashian level, you're talking about hundreds and thousands of dollars, even more. So what I recommend that you do is reach out to some of these influencers in your market, and some of them will do it for free if you just give them a free sample of whatever product you're selling. Right, so that's one way of going about it. If you don't have anyone, or you're not familiar with anyone in your community that is an influencer, or if you want to reach out to a much more broader audience, because selling products is different from selling, a haircut. People selling products, you can do it all over the country, or even all over the world. So what I would do if you're looking for an influencer in your field is, let's say for example you're selling beard oil. I would search up the hashtag beard gang, or any of these popular beard hashtags, and I would go down and see who's using these hashtags, and the people who are posting are usually either other barbershop owners, other educators in the industry, and obviously influencers. So then I would do my research and say, okay, these are the people who are ranking for this hashtag. Let me reach out to them and see if they're willing to do some type of collaboration. Again, a lot of the time you can get away with just giving them a free sample and they'll promote it. Some people, they'll do it in exchange for a percentage of profits, or they'll just do it as an affiliate. So that's that way of going about it. And the other way that you can kind of go about selling online merchandise, and what I mean by merchandise, I'm talking about t-shirts that have your brand logo on it, hats, beanies, hoodies, things like that. There's a lot of different sites that you can use that are very user friendly, so you don't have to be an expert graphic designer. You can use a site like teespring.com, where you can go on there and literally all you do is upload the file of your logo, and you'll be able to place it on anywhere on a shirt, and you can sell it again to your community, to your audience. Now, when it comes to selling online products and selling merchandise, I always, and this is just, it's not even what I think, this is just what the data has shown me, is the best way to go about selling this, or the best audience to sell it to, is your current client base. Right? Because they already know you, and it's a big difference from trying to sell something to a warm audience versus a cold audience. A warm audience is someone who's already familiar with your brand, and most likely an existing customer. They've been exposed to your brand. They most likely have gotten a haircut from you. They've already given you money, right? Versus a cold audience who have never heard of you, never seen your brand before, and it's very unlikely for them to make a purchase from you without some sort of third-party credibility, testimonial, or there needs to be a real demand for whatever service or product you're offering. So what I would do is I would first market to my warm audience, right? I would post it on your social media. The people who are already following you, hopefully you've been marketing locally and not more in broader terms. If a lot of your followers are targeted, this works. If not, you can always run social media ads and geofence your location. But again, we want to sell to our warm audience, so you can do that by running social media ads to them, or just doing an email blast campaign and just saying, "Hey guys, so please support your local businesses." Obviously, with the shutdown that's going on right now, we're obviously making no income. It would mean the world to us if you can buy a T-shirt or something to help support us in this time of need or in this time of uncertainty. That's how you would go about it. Same thing when it comes to any of your beard products. So again. And this video is obviously a little bit different from a lot of my other videos. Normally they're a lot longer, but I feel like with the time that we're in right now, the quicker I can get this information out to you, the better. So as you see, this video isn't going to have a lot of more cuts or anything like that. It's a little bit more raw because of the situation we're in right now. Obviously, we're in a time of uncertainty, and a lot of people are scared, and everyone has, you have the right to feel that way. But I feel if you're a barber shop owner, hairstylist, own a salon, or even if you're in a tattoo parlor, whatever it is, and if you're in the service business of servicing other people, it's very important that we stick this out together. And any information that you see that's working on your end, let's share it. Again, the only reason I kept this video to 3 or 4 strategies is because everything else that I have bubbling in my mind, we're still rolling out, and we don't know if it works yet. Now, some of these ideas I do toss into my Facebook group. I do have a private Facebook group. If you'd like to join, it's 100% free. We give a lot of free information there, marketing and advertising strategies and different ways to bring customers back and things of that nature. I'm going to link it down here in the description below. It's called Barbers Hangout. So if you go to facebook.com/group/Barbers Hangout, just click join, and you'll be in that group, and you'll get access to me and my team. But yeah, again, we're obviously in a time of uncertainty, and really what I'm trying to do is just provide as much information I can to you guys. So if you're seeing this video on YouTube, I would like it if you subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I drop my next video. And again, my next video is from here on out until this blows over. It's going to be a lot of content that's relevant to what's happening right now. Right? I can't talk about what Facebook advertising techniques work the best for something that was happening that worked for us 2 months ago, because right now you're not open. So it's different strategies that we got to use in order to stick this out. So everything from here on until this blows over is going to be more relevant to what's going on in the world today, and how we can work together as a community to push the envelope for our businesses. So, to set ourselves up for success for when we are allowed to reopen, and not just sit on our hands and do nothing and panic and just be paralyzed by our fear. Because that's the last thing, that's the worst thing you can do, the last thing you should ever do. We should take advantage of the time we have now by creating content, producing content, just figuring out different ways and being creative. As a barber, hairstylist, you're creative by nature. That's in your blood. So it's time that we take advantage of that, and we tap into that resource, and we just figure out what works best for our audiences. And whatever it does, share it in my Facebook group. As you'll notice, I'll be sharing content there daily. I'm going over different tips, strategies that we can use to get us over this hump. So once we are allowed to reopen, we'll be positioned much better for success. So again, guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you're watching this on Facebook, hit the like, hit the share, tag a barber, share this with your other Facebook groups so we can get the word out there on what's working in the industry and how we can further push the envelope for our businesses. Again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you, and I wish you guys a best of luck and the best of success. Take care.